it's your girl Monty Boo TV, and I'm back. And I'm about to explain to y'all basically like why I left YouTube, why I left Instagram, Facebook, Snap, everything. Cause the last time I think I posted was in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I could check, but I believe it was 2020. We're gonna check that right now. Yeah, the last time I posted was 2 years ago, so I think that was 2020. Oh, this is Sherm. But I'm basically going to tell y'all like about what was going on, why I just like disappeared, because people think I just like cut them off. I started being weird. It was never that. Like, that was never the case. So basically, after the last time I had posted, I want to say that April, I think it was April 5th. Yeah, April 5th, 2021. My mom had caught COVID. So my mom catching COVID, you know, you have to quarantine. So me, my mother, and my sister, we had to quarantine together. We was in quarantine for I think 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. But I know, like, for me, that was when I first like started to distance myself. Like, I ain't link nobody. I wasn't really talking to nobody. I didn't want nobody to know that my mother had COVID. So, you know, time is moving on. I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself, so if it looks weird in the camera, I apologize. I know that the camera's here, but yeah. So with that being said, so my mom, she ended up getting sick in April. I got it backwards. I'm so sorry. My apologies, y'all. My head is all over the place, but I do want to explain this to y'all because I want everybody to understand like what was really happening. So my mother was sick before April 5th, but April 5th she went to North Central Hospital because my mom was complaining like while she had the COVID, like her chest was hurting, she couldn't breathe, she had like a shortness of breath. So that day she had left, and I stayed here at the crib with my little sister. So we chilling or whatever. We waiting for her to like reach out to us and stuff. So when she first got to the hospital, my mom was reaching out to us, but after like the 3rd day, my grandparents came to get me and my sister. We didn't stay here. We ended up moving in with my grandparents for the year of 2021 to 2022. And that was a life-changing experience. So I'ma just basically be transparent with y'all and tell y'all what really happened. So my mom goes to North Central. They end up transferring my mother to Bellevue Hospital. So if you know, you know, Bellevue is downtown near like First Avenue, and it's a good hospital. But I wasn't aware of the fact that my mother was moved to Bellevue. I was told that my mom was fine, like my mom was good, she was gonna come home soon, this and that. So that week that she gets transferred, me and my sister, we pack our clothes and we head to my grandparents' house. My lips look a little dark. I got on lip liner, y'all, so don't be like, oh, smoker lips, none of that. I do not smoke. But basically, my mom gets transferred. I'm still unaware of this whole thing. Like, I don't find out. My mom goes to the hospital April 5th. I don't find out that she's in the hospital downtown until like June, I want to say. So talking about this make me a little bit emotional, so if I keep stopping, I do apologize, but like I do want y'all to understand where I'm coming from, you feel me? So she gets transferred. I'm living with my grandparents. Then one day they go to see my mom and they bring back her clothes. So my mom's clothes is folded up, her sneakers is there, her wallet is there, her phone is there, all of her jewelry. So that's when I start getting suspicious. So this is in June now. So I'm like, I fake don't know what's going on. Like, I was calling my mom, I was sending her paragraphs, texting her. That's when I still had this phone, my XR. So I was blowing up her phone. Like, if I go on this phone, you'll see, like, I sent her paragraphs. Like, I'm sorry, like, because people was basically trying to guilt trip me and make me feel like my mom was in the hospital because of me. Even though I knew the real, but it's just like, you know, when you going through like something life-changing like that, it messes with your head. So mentally I wasn't all there. That's what made me go ghost, because then I found out in June that my mom was in a COVID. I'm not in a COVID. See, I'm tripping. My mom was in a coma. So she didn't have regular COVID. She had COVID pneumonia. So she had fluid in her lungs. They had to drain her lungs, this and that. But I found out that she was in a coma late. So apparently after she went to North Central, my mom been in that coma from like that April until July. So that was really hard for me to find out, you know, finding out that your mom is in a coma and you thinking that your mom is gonna come home, but she's not really coming home. Then they was trying to say stuff like she's not gonna make it. So like, I did go into like a deep depression and stuff like that. Like, I just didn't want to be around nobody because it's like, I'm not good, you feel me? And it's like, me telling y'all that I'm not good, what are you really gonna do for me besides you telling me like, damn, I hope you feel better, like I'm there for you? Like, there was people who was there for me, but then people that I thought was my real friends wasn't really in my corner the way that I needed them to be, because I was about to lose my mother. Like, everybody knows it's just me, my mom, and my sister. We lived together. Like, it was just always us three. Don't get it twisted, I have a pops. Don't do that. But we don't live together, so like, I'm used to it just always being me, my mom, and my sister. So to move into somebody else's house, that's a different feel. And then you not knowing like what's gonna happen next, it messes with you. So I went through like my little phase where like within those months I was going out and stuff. I was partying and stuff because people didn't know what was going on. Still to this day, most people don't know what really happened. They just think like, oh, Monty went ghost. I had deleted my Facebook, I deleted my Instagram, and I deleted my Snap. And then when I finally got back on social media, I wasn't posting, so nobody was really aware of the fact that I'm like back on social media. So I had deleted my social media basically because I was going through that. My little sister was about to graduate. Like, it was just a whole bunch of stuff going on. And then it's like I basically had to turn into her mom because, you know, she's young, my sister's young, so she's looking for somebody to like nurture her and stuff like that. If you know me, then you know I'm not affectionate and I don't know how to display affection either. So it's like, it was kind of hard for me. Like, I had to change how I was as a person, and I had to like really step up to the big sister role. Like, don't get it twisted, I've been looking out for my sister, but like I had to take it all the way there. And like, oh, sorry, this is a video, like this the real me, I'm sorry. But yeah, like that whole experience was different for me. I had a select few that was still in my circle, but 95% of the people that I used to be around, I don't really talk to them no more, or like I'm not really around them anymore. And it's because I was going through mad stuff, and you would think these are my friends, you know, like they would understand what I'm going through. They would be there for me more because they know about the situation. But it's like, I couldn't be mad either because I'm not a person to like vent to just anybody. Like, I'm not gonna tell you my business unless you ask. But even then, I gotta be comfortable with you for me to like let you know what's really going on. I was going through it real bad. Like, I would cry like all the time at night though. People never really see me cry. I would cry in the shower. I would cry when I'm outside. I would cry when I'm with my cousins. I would cry on the phone. I would cry when I'm texting. Like, but I never cried in front of nobody, so they didn't know. Like, they just thought I was fine. Like, and that really like sums most of it up. And then my mom ended up getting out the coma in July. We go see her for her birthday. Then, you know, next was my birthday. She's July 31st, so I spent her birthday with her at the hospital. My birthday August 2nd, so I spent my birthday with her at the hospital. Cut a cake at the hospital. She couldn't eat it because my mom had a feeding tube, and then she ended up getting transferred. I think it was in that August or September. They transferred to NYU, which is like 4 or 5 buildings down from Bellevue, and she got a double lung transplant. And within that little time frame, I was mad because when she got transferred to NYU, they was basically saying like, you need to be vaccinated. At the time, I wasn't vaccinated, so I wasn't able to see my mom for like 2-3 months. Then one day she calls me because she finally got her phone. My mom had to learn how to talk, how to walk, how to do everything all over again. Shout out to my mother though, she real strong because she did all of that. My mother's back home now. She came home March 1st, 2022. But she called me one day, so we on the phone, you know, I'm animated, don't mind me. So she called me, I'm like, hello, yeah, da-da-da. She was like, guess what? So she's crying. So I'm like, what happened? She like, I'm getting my double lung transplant. I start cheesing because I already knew what that mean. It was like once she get the transplant, she do her physical therapy and everything, they're gonna send her home. Ooh, I'm fighting the tears talking about this, but they was basically saying after she get this double lung transplant done, she should be able to go home, like come back to us. So I start crying tears of joy because I'm excited, but she ain't seen me cry. She didn't know that I cried. So I called my dad and I'm telling him like she gonna get the double lung transplant because like my dad was really in my corner the whole time my mom was in the hospital. Like he looked out for me. So I was telling him about everything because I would keep him posted on everything. He was with me every day at the hospital after work, everything. So, and my grandmother too, from my pop side. Everybody, let me not just shout them out. Everybody who was in my corner, like I really do love and appreciate y'all. Everybody who came to the hospital every day or every other day, people who came after work, people who reached out to me, people who asked me if I was okay, people that I called family. Like I appreciate y'all. Thank you for being in my corner. Like the whole thing was, that whole situation took a toll on me. It still do bother me to this day. Like I lost a lot of good friendships and relationships and everything, but they didn't really know exactly what I was going through. Yes, if you see my eyes watering in the camera, I apologize. I do want to cry, but it's like it's hard for me to cry on camera. It's embarrassing. But let me not say embarrassing, it's a sign of weakness to me. Sorry. But I call my dad, we get excited. I think the operation was like a 12-hour operation. It was something like that. I just know like the hours was crazy. So that night my grandparents, they left to go head to the hospital to spend the night with my mom. So like they spent the night, they prayed, they prepped my mom, everything. That's one thing I can say too. God is real. I prayed every single day. Like I would tell him like, I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not asking you for no money. I'm not asking you for nothing. Just bring my mother back in one piece for me, please. Like lay your hands on her. Like I just really wanted my mother to come back home. You know what's crazy? Everybody says that their mom is annoying. And I used to stay saying my mom is annoying. But then when she was gone, I missed her like crazy. Like she used to blow my, we used to bump heads all the time. But when my mother was gone, I really did miss my mom. So I was kind of like, if you know what I'm trying to say, then you know. But yeah, basically she ended up getting the double lung transplant. It went great. They started her on physical therapy again. She started walking. I was proud of her. My mom was sending me videos and all of that. I'm probably gonna do a part 2 of this video for y'all to see like my mom point of view of how everything went down. But I'm telling you my side as to why I basically went ghost. Like I fake disappeared off the face of earth. I wasn't talking to nobody, no nothing. And I apologize because that's not right to do. You feel me? When you go through things, you don't gotta shut everybody out. It's just like I don't like people being in my business, and I didn't want sympathy from nobody. So she ended up getting a transplant. She comes home March 1st. We spent Mother's Day with her like the following month. Mother's Day is in May. My apologies. But yeah, we end up chilling. We excited. The day my mom came home, we all cried. We was just excited. And shout out to my mom because she's strong. When she first came home, my mom had oxygen machines, wheelchairs, medication. Like she really beat the odds. Now if you see me outside with my mom, you're gonna see my mom with her cane or she gonna be without a cane. My mom went through the walker phase, everything, and she's still here. So that basically like sums it up. Like I went through some serious stuff within that year. Like I know it sounds more so like I told my mom story time, but I'm telling y'all like that situation is what pushed me to be more antisocial and just like disappear off the face of earth, because it's like I didn't know how to feel or what to do in a situation, because it's like nobody's really prepared to lose their mom. Nobody's prepared to do anything like that. Like, and that was the thing. I was forced to like be strong because I'm all my little sister got, so I couldn't really cry or do all of that extra stuff, and I didn't want to go live about it or do anything that was unnecessary. But yeah, more videos is coming soon. I don't know what type of videos y'all want, but I know I do have some content ideas. I want to collab with my cousins coming up soon. Hopefully before June we could collab. And like, comment, subscribe if y'all need advice or y'all want me to like get into more detail, because I feel like I was kind of beating around the bush with this one. Y'all could let me know. Like, I'm open to everything. I could be transparent with y'all because that's the point of me being on here, but I will be posting at least once a week, and I'm back and I'm better. I love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe for me, hit that notification bell right there, and follow me on Instagram. All that. I'm about to put my social media on the next slide.